Hi Virgo, welcome to your July 2008 reading. This is going to be general and perfect if you are Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising. And if it doesn't resonate, please check out your other signs. Maybe it'll make more sense, fill in the blank, that type of thing. So let's just get started. I've already pulled the cards. First of all, I'm really happy with this read. I think it's going to be a really good month for you guys in July. I felt like last month was a pretty good month overall too. I do feel like there may be some things you have to juggle in terms of like responsibilities, and maybe more things are coming to you which can feel a little bit of, feel a little overwhelming. So I do see that kind of being a thing, because at the bottom of the deck you have that 10 of wands, right? And so this is someone who's overwhelmed, too many burdens, responsibilities, something like that. But it feels like it's the type that's like the good stress, because you guys have been having a lot of really good things coming into your life. So although, it's stressful because maybe it's more things you have to pay attention to and worry about, it's like it's all for good reasons. So it feels like that. And I say that because you do have two aces in your reading too, Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles, which is really, really good. But let's just get started. So overall theme, we've got the Five of Swords to start us off. Five of Swords is like a card of disagreement. It can also, be about a card of you kind of playing like mind tricks on yourself, right? Because it's a sword, so it's all about communication or our thoughts. So it can be an external or internal force. It can be people around you that you feel like are, you may, maybe just trying to pick fights with you or badmouth you. And you kind of walking away from that, right? Because you realize it's something that like nobody's going to win. It's not worth it. But this can also be you in your head, always confusing yourself and, making things a little bit more complicated for yourself than you have to be, right? Because swords, again, like I said, do talk about being thoughts. But I do like that it's crossed with this Page of Cups, because what it feels like is you guys are starting to lean more into your intuition, right? The Page of Cups is, it does talk a lot about intuition and good luck and good news coming in. Basically, I feel like instead of you guys thinking so logically about things and being too analytical, I feel like you're starting to trust yourself a little bit more and trust the signs around you and trust the universe. I really feel like a lot of you guys are just, there's almost been like a flip in your brain, right? And it could be because we are in Cancer season, which Cancer season is a very watery, intuitive energy. So that could be what's helping influence it. But whatever it is, I feel like whatever this thing is that you're dropping, these people or burdens, these bad thoughts, you're shifting your brain, you're shifting your mind, and you're getting more into your feels. And I feel like good things are going to come to you because of that. Because Virgos are very much, you guys are earth signs. So like air signs, you guys think of things from a more practical standpoint, right? You're going to make moves on things that are reliable and steady and, just make sense logically. Whereas like fire and water signs will lean more towards love and intuition and, ooh, I just really want to do this, right? They kind of act more based on the way they feel. But in this case, in this month, with this energy, I feel like you trusting your intuition and your inner, compass, and, just really leaning towards things that you love. I feel like that's what's going to really shift things for you and bring good change. And that's in a general sense, whether it's love, your career, whatever. At the top here, we've got this Queen of Swords energy, which I actually like to see it here, because I feel like what it is you guys are coming into alignment with what it is that you want, right? This queen, she's very smart. She knows a lot, and she's been through a lot, and she wears, or she holds her sword of truth upright, right? She only expects people to come at her with some real shit and not some bullshit. And I feel like with you guys getting very clear on things that you want, and I feel like things happening for you, I feel like it's kind of allowing you to feed more into this energy, right? It's almost like, yeah, by following your intuition more and going after the things that you love or the things that just make you feel good, that is what's bringing you that, in addition to just being very direct about what you want and becoming more clear, right? Because this is a cloudy energy. You can even see the clouds in the card, right? Like, if if this is internal energy, if this is you playing mind games with yourself and kind of going back and forward, that's a cloudy energy, right? But I feel like you guys are really cutting that this month, and it's because you guys are coming clear on what it is that you love to do and want to do, rather than, whatever you think makes sense or whatever you have to do. It's like there's a shift in your perception, and that's shifting everything for the good around you, right? Because you guys are trying to get your money as usual. You guys are all about that money, right? All about that stability, which is really, really good. And the Ace of Pentacles is really just abundance all around. It's just a really good gift from the universe of something that's going to come in that's going to benefit you in the long run, right? With this little archway in the back, I always think of Alice in Wonderland, almost like you're stepping into a different world, right? A different dimension, like just beyond those bushes, right? It's like you have some really cool things coming to you. And you're really focusing, I feel like a lot of you guys are really focusing on your career, and I don't feel like that will be a problem. As far as finances and the money you're getting in, I don't really feel like that will be a problem this month. I feel like you guys are actually um, really getting some good gifts with that. And in a relationship sense, too, this could be you guys just really trying to build something that's stable, that's going to last. Um, something that's going to make you feel abundant in all ways, right? Not just financial. And again, all happening because I think you guys are really coming into some clarity. This is in your recent past position. So Ace of Swords is all about being very clear. This is about truth coming out. This is about clarity. This is about new communications coming in. Maybe you guys are starting to have some new projects or meet some new people. This can be an air sign person. So Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. But you guys are becoming very clear on something, right? And I really feel like your communication is pretty good. It's pretty good. You guys are in a pretty good place. Now, we are going to go into Mercury retrograde towards the end of the month. I believe it's the 26th of July, and Mercury is your ruling planet. So, that could be a little bit of this energy of that Five of Swords, because, even when we're not in the retrogrades, the how do you say, like the period of like the energies can come beforehand, you know what I mean? So I do feel like in the recent past you guys were becoming very clear on something, and I think that's going to really help too, just because maybe more towards the middle of the month things might seem a little foggy again. But the thing is, just trust your intuition. Learn to strengthen that muscle a little bit more, and I feel like that will really help you in terms of things beginning, and in terms of, things beginning. Because in the near future, you guys are waiting on something. So it seems to me that you guys have gotten clear, planned out this thing, and now you're just waiting for your ships to sail in, which is really, really good. Because it basically talks about you going off on an adventure, right? No matter what it is, whether it's love or whether it's career or whether this is something with your family. But I feel like you guys will be feeling confident, like you guys have a pretty good plan in place and something that you can trust. And you guys are just really at that place coming up that you're just ready to go for it, whatever it is. Now, you do have Seven of Cups in your hopes and fears, and this is all about having lots of options. This can talk about illusion, right? Because there's so many cups and there's so many different things that you could choose, but this person doesn't know, right? It's like their black shadow. It's like black represents the unknown. Um, And I feel like you guys are worried that you guys are going to make the wrong decision. Now again, this can be a love situation because cups is emotion, cups is feelings, and you do have that page of cups there too. So this can be a love thing, like, not knowing if you really want to pursue this relationship. And that would really make sense to me too, because I think last month we were talking about you guys meeting someone or having someone in your life that you had a beautiful connection with, and not to be scared. And so this can be still a little bit of that energy, especially if you feel like this is in terms of love. I'm going to clarify that to look a little bit deeper so we can see, but it's all about illusion and options and not quite knowing what to do and kind of having our heads up in the cloud a little bit. So whenever I see this card, I do suggest doing things that make you feel grounded. Getting out in nature, or getting active with your kids, or if it's art, if it's whatever it is, if it's writing, if it's whatever it is that makes you like center yourself, come back to your cool, whether it's meditation, all that. Just really finding a way to get grounded, because I feel like that will help you find your answer. Also, because Mercury is going into retrograde at the end of the month, if there are any big decisions that you do need to make, I would suggest either, if you make them either before or after the retrograde, if you can. If you can't, I mean, that's life. It's not like I've never made a big decision or signed a contract or something during Mercury retrograde. Sometimes you can't help it. But if you can, maybe not making any major decisions until that's over and wrapped up, because I do sense a little bit of confusion, not knowing what to do. And 7 in tarot is it's a number of questing. It's like, it's a very spiritual number of kind of going on your own journey to try to figure out what. So, yeah, I'll clarify that. In your environment, you've got the 3 of Pentacles. Beautiful card to have the environment. I really feel like you guys are going to be networking a lot. It's a good networking card. You may be meeting people online. You may be meeting people just out and about socializing. But it's nice because it's like these people all come together to, for a similar cause and to do good work, and it ends up being successful, right? It's like if you hit that 3 of Pentacles, you know that it will grow if you're doing what you're doing. To that 10 of Pentacles eventually. And it also talks about really it talks about needing other people. So you guys are a very solo, independent sign, right? I mean, your major arcana card is the Hermit, and that is a person who is used to being alone and actually prefers the solitude, and because it's their way that they go within and figure out what they want to do and what's true for them. And that's beautiful, because it's important that we know how to save ourselves, or, kind of, yeah, get ourselves out of a tree, right? But whenever I see a 3 of Pentacles, it also, for me, almost gives the idea that whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever this new thing is, it may require that you have the help of others. And maybe not even like literally the help, but even if it's just talking about, moving forward in a certain direction, and just, talking to your friends and like knowing that you have their support. It talks about a need more of community and needing to kind of have other people involved to make a thing happen. And I think that's really good for you guys to remember, because you guys are so independent and so smart, so grounded, and very analytical in a way that you want to do things by yourself, because you just don't even want to be irritated with somebody else doing it not the way you want them to do it. But really be out there reaching out, networking. I really feel like this is a really good time in July that you guys will be meeting some awesome people that could really help you go forward. This could be in love, this could be in business, but it feels like a really good energy right there. Okay. So where you are is 4 of Pentacles. And 4 of Pentacles, of course, Pentacles talks about, material things. But it really talks about keeping things to yourself, right? Like this person is holding on to these pentacles for dear life. So this can be you saving money right now, right? Because maybe there's something new that you're trying to start that like if it's a business, you know, and you've got this Ace of Pentacles. Maybe it's like you're going to need to find investors, or like you're trying to look for money, save your money to start your project. It could be that, definitely. Um, but this also could just be you guys keeping things to yourselves in terms of feelings, your thoughts, just keeping to yourself in general, right? Again, a very Virgo energy. But don't be afraid to reach out to those who are showing themselves to be good people to you, okay? Because you guys are such good people, and people do want to be there for you more, but at the same time, people don't want to ever cross that Virgo boundary. Um, yeah, don't be afraid to reach out to help or for help if you need it, right? So then the potential outcome in card, this is beautiful. You've got the Ten of Cups, which I love. So of course you see this family dancing, all happy under the rainbow, rah rah rah, right? And so this could be you guys finding that, you know, partner and that love. This could be about your family and just really feeling stable. But Ten of Cups overall is just like total emotional fulfillment. So this is about feeling really good about the place that you're in right now, the things that you're doing, the connections you're making. It's just feeling like totally aligned with life at the moment. And that's really good. I really feel like that you guys will end up that way. And again, if you're seeing the cards the way I am, it's like this this Ten of Cups is right beside the Queen of Swords, and I do feel like you guys being direct and knowing exactly what it is that you want and kind of going for it, that's what's going to bring you this happiness, whether it is, you know, some money moves, some relationship moves, whatever. Remember just not to let, you know, if you have assholes around you who like kind of represent this Five of Wands energy, who are just like trying to fuck with you, you know, remember just kill them with kindness kind of thing. And I feel like if that is the case, you guys are just like, you know what, I don't want to fight, I don't want to argue, I just want to like be good and be happy, I'm just trying to, you know, do good for myself. It's kind of that energy if it's external, right? And if it is external, I do feel like what you guys will be doing is cutting those toxic people out of your life and focusing on the things that you need to focus on. But again, if it is internal and you guys are kind of like messing with yourselves, stop it. Lean more towards your feelings, lean more towards what feels good, what, you know, what feels light and energy, not so heavy. Use your intuition more. And I feel like you guys are going to be getting a lot of good things that will bring you, like this Page of Cups is going to bring you that Ten of Cups energy at the end of the month. Okay. And so I pulled a advice card, oracle card, and you've got focus on your priorities. Oh, sorry about the glare, guys. But it says, where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of devoted oh, even a small amount of time devoted, I don't know what's wrong with me. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. And that's really good. And I think that goes back to that Ten of Wands that's at the bottom of the deck. Focus on the things that you need to focus on. Don't take on more than you can take on this month, okay? And if they are things that you can kind of delegate out to others to help you, absolutely do that, right? Don't take on everything. Especially if you are a Virgo who has kids. Don't do all these house chores and do all these things and work and like you know, have your kids help out with chores if you're feeling overwhelmed, or have your husband like go grocery shopping for you one day if you just can't, or you know, something like that. Just making sure that you're not taking everything on, because there is that little bit of sense of overwhelm. Also, if it helps you to make a list of, you know, top to bottom what things are actually important and actually need to be tackled at that time, that may help you, but focus on your priorities and don't get overwhelmed with the rest. And then in terms of love, we've got make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So if you're in a relationship, if you're married or just with someone, not getting so lost in the clouds, right? That we're forgetting about our loved ones and the people around us that really matter, not being so stuck in our heads that we're forgetting about them, but really, taking the time out to still show the people that you love them, right? If this is a case where you're single, then it's like making the effort. It's summertime, especially here in the northern hemisphere. It's cute, maybe getting out there, getting a little bit more social, okay? Um, and making the effort to kind of reach out and, kind of make yourself a little magnet, and magnetic. Yeah, becoming magnetic. That's what it is. I feel like you guys will be kind of this month, right? Those of you that are getting out there. So I'm going to pull some clarifier cards. What is this Five of Swords? Yeah, so for a lot of you, this Five of Swords energy, I got the Ten of Cups with it. So I feel like there's something that you really want, and it's funny because you've got two Ten of Cups now in this reading. But there's something out there that you guys really want, but you're almost playing with yourself in terms of, no, you don't deserve this. No, you can't get it. No, what makes you think? Blah, blah, blah. And just don't be like that. Seven of Cups. Yeah. So a lot of you guys, lighting, come through. Yeah. A lot of you guys, in terms of, I feel like work and business, it's not really knowing the next steps to take, but it will be very helpful and beneficial to you. Again, like I said, if you're trusting your intuition this month with that Page of Cups energy, and not feeling so heavy with it, kind of going about things with a light-hearted approach. Not to say you don't care, but just not making it such a thing. Still being playful. See how she's still playing with this? I don't know what kind of cat that is. It's a wild cat. But keeping things light and trusting the process and trusting your intuition. And I feel like that will help you clearly decide what it is that you're supposed to be doing, and what people that you're supposed to be still dealing with in your life, And I just want to, I feel like this is a pretty clear cut. This is a really good reading. Feels really clear cut. I'm just going to look at this Four of Pentacles, and then we'll be done. And the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so you guys are really at a time where you're trying to save your money. Maybe you guys are or have been trying to save money. Maybe you are trying to go on trips for the summer, going away on holiday or something. But I do feel like you guys are really trying to save your money. This could also be to start up something in business for you in the future. So this is a really good reading, Virgo, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Remember, keep your thoughts clear. Keep funky people away from you. You guys have a really good outcome with that Ten of Cups card. You have two Ten of Cups cards, and you've got totally enough energy to support you guys, especially with those two aces. So new communication coming in and new awarenesses leads to new money, and we love new money. So thank you, Virgos. I'll see you guys next month. Bye.